All right, I have confirmed and go live. But we're not like live.
I love when we confirm and go live. Why doesn't it automate? TV Spicy Boys is literally like the only thing I watch on Twitch. I don't know why it's like immediately in my like list of channels that are live.
I don't know, Corey. Why did you make it like that?
Fucking goddamn! Every time I look up TV Spicy Boys, the pizza thumbnail pops up.
The what?
The pan pizza episode.
Oh yeah.
Thumbnail you made pops up.
It's because it's a great fucking thumbnail.
It is it's a very good thumbnail.
Can you share the link with everyone in Discord?
Yeah.
And do you want to keep an eye, since we don't have Ryan, keeping an eye on the comments?
Oh yeah, I can keep an eye on the comments.
Hell yeah.
Connor will do most of the talking.
Classic Connor.
And I also have to do a courtesy.
Yeah.
I also have to do a courtesy lube room post with that. Oh, Steve called it out. Okay.
Yeah, he did call me out.
I called it out with Connor that he didn't visit Steve. And Steve called Connor out too.
Wow. That's fucked up, Connor.
I don't know.
He landed in LA and we got tacos yesterday. And he said, "Isn't Steve in Portland?"
No. Seattle. Whatever. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh well, he was."
Formerly
Known as Steve from Seattle.
Formerly known as Steve.
Currently known as Steve from.
Currently also known as Steve.
God damn it! I just pulled a fucking clown. I laughed and farted at the same time.
I like that we're live right now.
I thought you said, "Oh god damn."
I told you we were live, just that we weren't starting.
I see it. Yeah, I see it now. But when you said we're live, but not like live, I thought that meant like we weren't on air yet.
Immortalized.
We can
cut that part out.
No, you have to leave it in now. It's a normal, natural bodily thing.
That's
it's
just
a function.
All right.
That smells
Sure.
funny. It's a bodily function that smells funny. That's it. It's the funny sound.
All right. Do we want to get started? I'll do the theme song.
Yeah,
we have a couple minutes, but I don't know if you guys want to actually wait until 1.
I think. Oh yeah. Let's wait just a couple more minutes, and then we'll start just like a few minutes early.
Sure.
Just in case people want to hop in.
Wait for our many adoring fans to pour in.
I have so many points for this channel.
Just like passively watching shit.
I have 13,000 spice bucks.
Damn, we gotta like start fucking streaming other stuff on the channel again, and
next
B.
week.
Yeah, what day are you gonna do that?
Monday next week.
Okay, cool. Because
Yeah.
Tuesday I wanted to start doing Yakuza again. Yakuza Tuesdays
Monday
again.
Next week I'll do a Night in the Woods playthrough.
Hell yeah.
And then maybe the following Monday finish it if I didn't.
Hell yeah. That's exciting.
It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna play Night in the Woods. Very good. I tweeted about it, so it has to happen.
Yeah, now you got to be held to it now. And I've been saying that I'm going to do Yakuza 0 for like 4 months, so I should probably get around to it.
Yeah. Alright. Can I get... There we go. This is how it should be. Me taller than Connor. Doesn't, you know what? It doesn't matter. Harry's a different video. There we go. Cool. Do the Nintendo Direct thing.
Corey Direct.
Corey directly.
Corey directly in your home.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, it's me, Corey.
It's me, your boy, Corey. I realize now that I watch TV Spicy Boys while I'm live. Like, if we had like channel or like comments perks, you know, like, Mark has the like drink water.
we gotta come up with some stuff for that.
Yeah, I think we could do some Oh Baby stuff. That'd be fun.
Some special Oh Baby spicy bucks rewards.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna transition into the theme song. He's here.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby a Triple, the TV show turned radio show turned podcast turned live stream. I'm your host, Corey, and we're here with our special guest. Everyone loves him. Everyone says they love him, and they do. Connor!
Hey!
Hey,
There
our
he
Star
is.
Wars Aquaman King. And then, as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Harry.
I am here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming to LA to visit me.
Very excited.
Huggies. All right. So today we're talking Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
Which I watched the first 2 episodes like earlier in the week. That might happen because I'm normally sitting right here, but now I have to sit here.
Fucking Connor.
So. But yeah, I started watching Visions early in the week, the first 2 episodes, and then my roommate's like, "No, watch the second episode in Japanese," and then finished the rest of them last night with Connor right here.
Yeah, so I've seen them all like twice now, I think, pretty much. Yeah.
I watched them all yesterday.
It's the best way to do it, I think. It's just
Yeah, they're not long.
No, they're like 15-minute episodes.
Yeah. So, I guess we could just start
Well,
with.
do we want to explain what Star Wars Visions is?
No, let's just start.
Okay.
Actually, Connor, go ahead. I feel like you would know.
Yeah, Connor, you're our pro.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously Star Wars is owned by Disney, so this is on Disney Plus. Lucasfilm is pumping out like TV shows, so they decided to do a anime anthology. So there's 7 studios, 9 episodes, all standalone, made by different anime studios, and it's not part of canon, so there was no restrictions like here, go make whatever you want, and that honestly turned out for the best. A lot of cool characters and storylines, and it just felt very fresh. So I'm very excited to talk about it.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like the fact that they make it all non-canon makes it like fun.
Absolutely.
They're like, it's Star Wars, but do what you want, do whatever you want.
I like how it kind of translated to a lot of them didn't feel like Star Wars. They kind of felt like completely original stories, but like they had lightsabers.
Yeah, I adored that. I was watching the second episode, the Tatooine Rhapsody, and I was thinking like, can I get like a high school drama?
That's the only one that like felt like a Star Wars one, because like fucking Jabba the Hutt was there,
It did,
like,
yeah.
and Boba Fett was there, like,
Even though if it was crowd surfing.
yeah.
But I was thinking, like, can I get just like a high school drama?
A Star Wars high school drama.
No, I propose that we do Yoda's teen years at the
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah, it's like prom at the Jedi Academy. It's like, and that's all they're worried about. That's what it is. They build up the whole, like, it's like, high school. Like, think about it's shit like Ned's Declassified or like Zoe 101. It's like funny high school drama, and they're like, Malcolm in the Middle, and it's just following them through high school. It's really funny. It's really great.
It's just
and
like,
then they graduate by the end. There's the big graduation episode, and that's when Order 66 happens.
I like the kind of like the high school kind of stakes, but also added like Star Wars level stakes. Because like that episode was literally like, oh no guys, if we don't win the Battle of the Bands, we're gonna be executed for treason. Like,
oh god, or they're just not knowing what's happening. They're like in ninth grade.
Yeah, we're Jedi. How do we remain celibate?
Yeah.
How did we want to go through these? We want to just go like one by one, or do we want to like?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
We go in order.
The Duel, episode 1.
Episode 1.
I
Duel.
love the Duel. Well, you know what? I feel like every one of these.
I
episodes,
loved this episode.
Corey saying I loved X episode. But I'd say what a good way to start everything. It's like the Duel was a mood setter, really.
Yeah, it was like the most fucking it felt like it was definitely an anime. Like it was like it was like a samurai movie.
Yeah. It was it was just really good. Like black and white samurai, except for the lightsabers.
Right.
Black and white and very good 3D anime. Very good CGI anime.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I wasn't familiar at all with the studio that did it. Kamikaze Duga, but I had to look it up, and they did the intro, the opening animations for all like the JoJo's
cool.
shows, like the 3D animated openings for like the first 3 seasons of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that's like their one of their big things. They did Ninja Batman. They did some stuff for Pop Team Epic. Otherwise, I don't really recognize the rest of their stuff.
Is there any studio in Japan that hasn't done something for Pop Team Epic?
I don't know. I think that's like that show's like whole thing. So
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I like that episode.
It was. I feel like that episode had like a really cool style. I loved it. It also had the best villain.
Yeah, the lady with the fucking umbrella.
Yeah, the lightsaber in the hair.
I fucking really liked that the main character was not a Jedi. He was a Sith. I thought that was fucking cool. Like that was a cool twist when he like, pulled out his fucking lightsaber and it was red and everyone was like, "Oh shit, you're not a Jedi."
They thought they were scared of one Sith being in town. Now the
Right.
second one, it's like, oh god, like no one's safe anymore.
And I like his droid that wore like this giant straw
Yeah.
hat. and
Yeah.
everything.
That's what I love. A bunch of these, they felt like it was like Star Wars stuff, but with like Japanese aesthetic painted on top. So it was like droids wearing the giant straw hat. Like
It was really cool. I loved seeing that.
it was cool.
And I liked how he's like telling the guys like, "Have my droid ready when the tea's done." Like,
Dude's like the fastest fucking mechanic in the West. Like
Shit, bro, I got 10 minutes.
and the fight was cool, like when they're on the log, like on the river.
Yeah, that was a cool fight.
I felt like this episode had a lot of really neat, like well-timed reveals.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, oh shit, her fucking umbrella lightsaber. That's cool as shit. And then she takes off her hair, and it's like she's got a really cool character design with like this huge afro. And then like you find out he's a Sith, and then it's just like a bunch of this stuff like revealed slowly over the course of the episode that like came out. Like,
And he
Kind of
was, like,
kept you
killed one
guessing.
other Sith.
Yeah, he killed so many. Like
He's got all
opens his
the
code,
crystals and stuff.
and he's like, "Here, child."
I wonder what like that guy's deal is. You know, like why is he out there
Yeah.
killing all the Sith? I think this is
So
fun fact too. This is the only one that's getting a sequel. It's not getting like a animated sequel. It's getting a novel.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
bring up.
So like they're actually going into his story.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so they had the first couple chapters free online, like the first 5. I read the first 2, which basically recapped the episode,
Mm.
but you get into his head a little bit. So the book's gonna take place after this episode,
So we're gonna see
and
more.
they sort of explained his world a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like definitely like a feudal Japan kind of thing, and so you had different warlords and Jedi that like worked with them, and so there's a lot of like Jedi fighting for different warlords, and then a bunch of them decide we don't like fighting each other and doing this, so then like they create the Sith.
Mm.
But the Sith kind of wipe themselves out, and so there's not many of them left, and the warlords band together and form the Empire. So the Jedi actually work for the Empire.
Oh, that's weird.
And then you got like Ronin, who's this like guy who's like a former Sith, but is like killing other like Sith. So I don't know. It should be interesting to read
He's
more
a
about him.
He's a traitor.
I feel like a lot of these stories really could lend well to like their own whole series of like like going deeper into these characters and these worlds that they created.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if they do a season 2, like I wonder if they'll do more like standalone episodes or if they'll like follow up on any of these stories.
That'd be cool to see.
I want a Tatooine Rhapsody series. Follows a band trying to become the best band in the galaxy, and their fun manager, Jabba the Hutt.
I guess we're moving on to that one because I want to say something about that one. I fucking loved so like the other like Jabba Jr. like fucking like I loved how like he looked like a fucking anime character and then Jabba the Hutt showed up and he's like completely on model and it just looks like Jabba the Hutt like stuck into an anime. Like they didn't like change his design at all to fit the aesthetic of everything else in the episode. He was just Jabba the Hutt. Like
He was Jabba the Hutt and maybe a little softer, but that's like
I fucking like he was just Jabba the Hutt. You know, the other one had like a goofy cartoon looking design.
Yeah.
He had like the little sunglasses and the big mouth and like the big lips and everything. Like he was a big slug monster, but he looked like a cartoon. And Jabba just looked like Jabba. Like he had his like fucked up looking eyes. Like
No.
Corey and I also loved that when they're playing their song, how Jabba's tail was like tapping music.
I thought it was just like it was really weird. It was really disconnecting for me because I was like thinking of Jabba the Hutt, you know, this mob boss, this like lord who kind of like kills people all the time. And then it's like this shot of him like tapping his tail. And I'm like, this is cute.
Jabba's cute.
I was like, why do I think this is cute? So that was just a funny disconnect. But yeah, I thought the whole episode wraps kind of funny. I was like, this is so cheesy. I love it. They're like, hey Jabba, be our sponsor.
Yeah, the fucking
He's like, okay.
That episode, I will admit, was not one of my favorite episodes. It was like a little too out there for me. Like, but I did think like it was. I like the kind of goofy aesthetic that everything had.
I did.
I like how they all look kind of like really cartoony.
Yeah.
They're all like these tiny little dudes.
Well, I like how like
I like little Boba Fett.
They showed him crowd surfing, not even with his head to music, having a drink in his hand. And then one point he's flying with his jetpack, and his head's like, it can't bend that way. It's like straight.
I fucking loved when he had a drink, but he was wearing his helmet while he was drinking it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
We liked Slave 1 though, his ship. We thought that was a cool like chase sequence.
Mm.
We thought that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I like the 3-headed drummer. He was pretty cool too. Or the 3-torsoed drummer.
Oh yeah, that was a cool design.
Yeah, I feel like I've never seen. I feel like the studio. I don't know.
Studio
I feel like the
Colorido.
studio made their own character.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
is
think
that
I've
a
seen
new?
that
Is
one.
that an original species, Connor?
I think so. I don't think I've seen that one before.
I love
Interesting.
it. I love it though. I was thinking about I was thinking about the design of that character. I was like thinking, well, if they're a triangle and they seem to all be facing the same direction, but it looks like one of the guys has the like one of the bodies has the legs pointed in a specific direction.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? I was thinking, I was like,
Well,
what?
it looks
Over
like
time, the other characters maybe like get stuck looking a certain direction because they might be always looking the same way.
yeah.
I was thinking about it too deep. I was just allowing my
We
brain
see
to
Corey. Their biology evolved to be able to not have that problem.
Okay, yeah. That's all good.
They have very elastic bones.
Yeah.
That's how he can drum so fast.
The other thing I enjoyed was that they did it at like the pod racing stadium. For
Yeah.
Like we're gonna execute this guy right here in front of
The pod racing fucking.
thousands of people, and it's like, wait, can we just play a song though?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like looking at like the little screens or whatever, and then they go to the cantina, and the cantina band from A New Hope is
Yeah.
just watching.
What I can't get over with is all the kids in the stadium who are like, yeah, play another song. It's like they came to see this guy get executed. Like all the kids that were there that love this band, they came to watch the band member die, and then like the band comes out and plays a set, and they're like, I have to imagine most of the people in the stadium maybe wanted him to die, like wanted to see this guy die.
And I love this the fact that like it was an execution, and Jabba the Hutt, like feared warlord Jabba the Hutt, is just like, yeah, sure, you guys can play a song. Like,
We made a deal with Jabba.
how did they even like get to make a deal with Jabba? Like, they're just like strolled up to his house. Hey, can we like play a song at our friend's execution, please? Like, did they just have Jabba's phone number? Like, were they able to like call him up? Like, how did that? I want to see that. Like, how did that happen?
Well, that's the other great thing too, is that the slug monster in the band, he's like a Hutt, and so his Jabba's whole beef with him is that he wanted to be a rock star instead of join the intergalactic like gangster family.
Yeah.
That's what you get for not being a gangster.
I could just imagine fucking like, do you want to be our sponsor, Jabba? And him like, me dog dog. And it's like, do you know why I brought him here? Because he wanted to be a rock star.
I also love how fucking I don't remember his name, Jabba Jr. How he fucking, I don't know, he didn't talk like Jabba. Like Jabba talks like,
Yeah.
and he's just like, hey guys, it's me. I'm fucking a rock star. Hey, hey, rock on. I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
And he had like a flamethrower or a gun in his guitar and stuff. It's just, yeah, some of these are very over the top, and that was definitely.
I can't find his name fast enough. So whatever.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Episode 3.
Was his name
Oh,
Geezer? Was it Geezer?
That's what I was
Geezer?
looking at. I was like, I don't think.
Was he voiced by Bobby Moynihan?
There's probably a good
Maybe.
chance. I would not be surprised.
Maybe. Mitch is telling us that Jabba's looking pretty cute, though.
Jabba looking pretty cute.
So, want to talk about episode 3?
Yeah, the twins from Studio Trigger.
Yeah, the character, the guy's name is almost Corey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carrie.
that's the thing. It's like
Carrie.
Kare
It's like
or
Carrie.
something.
It's like Carrie.
And then Corey's like, so that's basically Corey, right?
So it's Corey, right, guys? That's me, right, guys?
I'm basically Neil Patrick.
Well, Corey, why don't you mention the whole design thing for Kare?
Specifically about Studio Trigger.
Yeah, like you saw the design, you're like, wait.
Oh yeah, I was like looking at Carrie's design, and I'm like, this is looking a little bit like Promare right there.
Yeah, it's the director of Promare directed this.
Yeah, so like I looked a little bit like the villain for Promare. And I pulled up the character, and I was like, yeah, this, it's not the green hair, not the bowl cut, but like it's very similar.
Yeah, it's created by all the same people. So
So
I fucking lost it.
in
Yeah.
the very beginning, the first like
very
seconds.
beginning, they open up the, you get the like shadow that runs across the starship,
yeah.
and then it's like a little little ball and like a second star. It's like a double starship connected to each other.
My starship's bigger than your starship.
I just fucking lost it. I was like, holy fucking shit! Like it's just two starships kind of glued together. And it's like over the top, and the rest of the whole rest of the episode did not disappoint.
Mm.
It was one of those things where I was watching it because I watched Promare like over the summer, so I understand Studio Trigger a little bit more now.
Mm.
And I was like, this I guess makes sense. Like
yeah, it was definitely very on brand for an Imaishi production.
Yep.
I
also loved the C-3PO double.
Oh yeah, how he was like fucking like her dad. Like
I really liked it. He was like completely black, and he was like, "Oh joy, I will like love you till my circuits fail." She's like, "I'll hold you to it."
Well, and then they're like when they talk about like their whole birth, they're like, "Oh, we're children of the dark side," and they're like showing like test tube babies and stuff. It's like that was definitely interesting. But then the action towards the end gets completely over the top, and I honestly don't know everything that was going on.
As someone who knows Star Wars,
she puts the crystal in her chest,
yeah,
and then
and she gets like spider arms.
Like that lightsaber's coming all over her body. Like I didn't understand.
My favorite fucking part though was when she had a lightsaber in her high heel. Like
that was so
like the crystal
good.
just changed her armor where it's like, okay, you have 1,000,000 lightsabers now, and they can like bend and be whip-like and do all sorts of stuff.
I thought it was really cool too. I like the idea of a lightsaber that's like a whip. I thought that was neat.
I liked they played a lot with what a lightsaber could be in these episodes. I feel like
a lightsaber slicing a whole.
Yeah, I like how he had like the super lightsaber at the end, the fucking Super Saiyan lightsaber.
I was fucking losing it, dude. I was like, and that's the fun I think of Studio Trigger is they're like, yeah, we want the audience to fucking lose it.
Well, the thing is, Corey, like I had seen this before, so I was rewatching it with you.
Yeah.
And they're like out on top of the ship. And you're like, they're not wearing helmets and they're in space. And I'm just like, I'm like, oh, just wait, Corey.
Yeah.
Just you wait. I loved when he sliced everything in half, and he also sliced her, but it didn't hurt her. It only broke the crystal.
Yeah.
I thought that was just fucking like. I mean, he like holds the lightsaber, and it's like, and it's like ship sized, and
and he goes through hyperspace like on top of the X-wing.
Yeah. And what's holding him to the X-wing? Nothing.
This episode definitely had the most like anime bullshit in it. Like you know, like.
Absolutely.
Like, don't worry, it looks cool. Don't worry about how it works. Like.
It's fine.
we talk about like lines that are Star Wars like catchphrases that are used. So, like in the previous
episode,
they used punch it. This one they used punched it like a bunch of times.
I think they said punch it 3 times in this episode.
And then at the end of the episode, when he's like sitting on maybe Tatooine, maybe not, but a desert planet with twin suns, he's like, "We'll find her because she's my sister or she's my twin or whatever."
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
I feel like we were talking about this before we started the episode, but like. Every one of these, it was like just filled with fucking Star Wars quotes, and it's like I get it, it's a Star Wars thing, but it was like every single episode they said like the same 4 lines, like every single episode, and it got very annoying by the end. Like it was like, you know, viewed in a vacuum, it wouldn't have been as annoying. But I feel like hearing someone say I have a bad feeling about this every 15 minutes, like or like.
So cool when they see it. This is gonna be so cool when they watch it, and they don't
you could tell like every one of these like studios had the same idea.
Yeah,
like you know,
like episode 8, they're like, we're gonna throw this line. It's gonna be really cool. They don't realize they're episode 8, so everyone's seen it times already.
But that was like my one big fucking gripe with Star Wars Visions was that they kept fucking making the same Star Wars references over and over again, and it was like, hey, you guys remember Star Wars, right? Like,
just in case you guys didn't remember,
this
is a Star Wars series.
Yeah, this is Star Wars, guys. We're not sure if you realized it.
Honestly, maybe 1 or 2 of them did need the audience to be reminded.
Yeah, that it was Star Wars.
But But that was, I mean, I loved the twins. That was a fun one.
Yeah, I thought the twins was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like kind of disappointed by it because I'm really big fan of Studio Trigger and My She's work. So I was just kind of like, this was okay. The other Studio Trigger one, which we'll get to later, I liked a lot more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the twins was probably my least favorite just because.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty weak.
But I mean, they're still like.
It wasn't my least favorite though. We'll get to my least favorite.
All right. So then we got episode 4, The Village Bride.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
The Village Bride had a very Corey feeling to it.
Yeah.
It did.
It felt like Princess Mononoke a little bit.
Mm.
But at the same time, I also was like simping for both.
Yeah.
Corey
I was
simp.
simping.
Everybody.
For both the bride and the groom. I was like, they're perfect. I love them, both of them. Nothing should harm them.
And then they're like in a cave, and it like cuts to the next scene, and Corey's like questioning whether they did it or not.
No, I did not say that.
He thought it though.
I'm just like, I was like, let them kiss. Are they gonna kiss? And they didn't. And I was like, let them kiss.
Corey's like,
Well,
make them.
Maybe I'll take that back. Maybe it's Mike saying, "Oh, they fucking did it in the cave." Like,
Bride shouldn't have dirty feet.
Yeah.
That was another thing.
Connor.
As soon as that line came out, bride should have dirty feet. Corey looks at me and he's like, "Feet, Connor."
But yeah, I loved the like feel of that episode. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really fucking liked the Jedi and the, I don't know, he wasn't a Jedi, but the sniper guy. I thought they were both really fucking cool characters.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of like their adventures.
I feel like the guy sniper, he felt like a scientist too. He was studying something, or
Yeah, he was kind of like studying like nature and.
I liked his whole bit. I liked his hat.
I like that his hat turned into a bomb.
It was a bomb.
Like, it was just like, when that happened, I was just like, he was wearing a bomb on his head the whole time?
But what got me was he chucks it, right? And it's like, flipping through the air, and it lands and then flies.
And it has like a fucking like jet rocket in it. Like,
well, I'm like, it's like, it lands, it's pointing toward the ship and flies into it. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way he knew that was going to be able to get into the ship that way.
He knew. He's just that good.
Maybe. He's force sensitive.
But like the battle droids, where classic battle droid just being stupid.
Oh yeah.
That was another thing I fucking died at. Was the guy who was like, you know, like, kill the villagers. Like, oh no, like, we're being attacked, get him. And the guy's like, Roger, Roger. And then he fucking gets shot and blows up. And he's just like, ah! He just screams as loud as possible.
Yeah, it was like there's supposed to be this like menacing force.
It's like comedic genius.
And then they actually show up and they're like, beep boop, we're stupid. And then they just get blown up. Like,
Roger, Roger.
But the Jedi was cool because I like her mask. I like how she cuts her braid off. Like, there's some
cool I thought she was really cool.
Yeah.
Her yellow lightsaber was cool. And actually, a lot of the lightsabers.
Katana lightsaber.
Yeah, a lot of the lightsabers in these episodes are cool because they look, more like swords with the blades or katanas.
Yeah. I loved the fucking, going back for a moment to the duel. I like that his lightsaber had a scabbard.
Like, yeah, that was sweet.
Well, we got cool umbrella lightsaber and scabbard lightsaber in the duel. We have microphone lightsaber in Tatooine. We have just big fucking beefy lightsaber and heel lightsabers in the twins. The Village Bride, we have katana lightsaber.
Yeah. Which is becoming more of a thing because they have like this stuff in Visions, but then a couple of weeks ago they released the first original Star Wars manga as part of the High Republic.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
And so they've done like adaptations of other like the movies and different stories, but this is the first original one. And she's got 2 katana lightsabers, so doing more of that stuff.
And the studio that did The Village Bride, Kinema Citrus, I don't know most of their stuff. Like, I don't know almost anything that they've done, but they did Made in Abyss, which is one of my favorite anime, so that's pretty cool. I actually didn't know that until I just looked it up just now.
I loved the look of that. Specifically, The Village Bride, I love the look there's a specific shot where you kind of first see the groom with like the first shot you get of the groom, and he's like carrying the bride, and like he's got this like nice thicker outline than you might normally see, and it's I don't know what to call it exactly, but he's drawn almost like he's further in the background. So he's got that like thicker outline and simpler design overall. He might be smaller, but he's kind of like he's not in the background. He's kind of like more. And I think I mean I think what they're going for is like he's off in the distance, but they're like kind of zoomed in on him a little bit. I just like that look. It looked really nice and super clean.
It's pretty cool.
It is all pretty cool. I love it.
It was a good one.
I like the villain's design too. The guy.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was definitely a villain. Like visually, like he was a bad person.
Yeah, I want his earrings though.
Oh, his like little earrings that aren't actually attached to his ears.
No, I thought that was cool. But like,
no, I thought that was a really cool design. I like that.
Realistically impossible, but
it doesn't need to be realistic in Star Wars universe.
No, that's very true. As we've seen already through several of these episodes, twins. But yeah, The Village Bride, great episode.
Village Bride, cool as fuck.
Cool AF.
Cool AF. Extremely cool AF.
We ready to get into the ninth
I
Jedi?
think we are.
This is the one that Connor and Mike were like, Corey, you're gonna love this one. Like this is good. And the dude shows up in the blue tunic, and I'm like, shit, it's fucking Legend of Zelda. It's like, it's like emotionally teasing me.
I thought this episode was really cool.
I liked this episode a lot. There was a lot of when I talk about like what my favorite things are in media, what my favorite stuff is, it's like the Ninth Jedi is a really good Legend of Zelda. But like the Ninth Jedi is a really good example of like the things I really like in cinema and shows, like the grandeur of this whole scene when they show up and it's like a bunch of people who got a call to show up to the same location, and they're like obviously there are twists, but the like whole like everyone's come together, and there's this kid who's like, you know, like I'm here to fulfill a duty, and there's like when he like gets a lightsaber and holds it, and it's like the awe of the lightsaber he's holding. I welled up a little bit at that point when I was like, that's it, that's the like whole like I've waited to hold a lightsaber my whole life, and now I finally am, and there's this like moment with it. It's really cool.
I really liked the idea of the lightsabers changing color based on its user.
Yeah.
I thought that was so much cooler than like the Sith go out of their way to have red lightsabers so everyone knows they're evil. Like I thought it was a lot cooler that it's like, yeah, if you have evil in your heart, like your lightsaber's gonna be red. Like I thought that was a lot cooler.
That would have been cooler for me if people didn't tell me to expect it.
Really, Connor?
Not Connor and Mike were both like, hey, remember how lightsabers change color based on their character? And I was like, yeah. And then it happened, and I'm like, oh,
well,
okay.
All right. To be fair, it didn't look like you were fully paying attention, so I wasn't sure if you had like heard that line.
That was also the one episode I said, don't say anything about this episode. And they said more about this episode than any of the other.
Yeah, but Corey, you were gonna really like that episode.
We weren't sure if I'll talk to Mike later, but we weren't fully engaged.
They also
to all the dialogue.
Also, at the very end, y'all were like, "Hey Corey, do you notice the visual happening?" And then they turn the thing upside down. I'm like, "It's a lightsaber." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a lightsaber."
There's a lightsaber.
No,
I'll figure it out myself.
Mike and I were just really excited.
I went to film school, you know.
I fuck also before we like, I guess move on for this one. I want to say my favorite fucking part. My favorite part of this episode was when like the bear guy like fucking forgot that he wasn't a Sith and just started attacking and then like the fight ended and he was like, oh wait, I'm not a Sith, and then joined them, and it was just like fucking what? Like so you just fucking attacked him for no reason just because like you were like everyone else is doing it like just because it looked cooler.
For why he did it was so stupid too. He's like,
I was consumed by their hatred. Like that. I fucking love that. It was just like his like lightsaber turned purple and he was just like, oh, I guess right, I'm not a Sith. Like
I don't know if he was supposed to be a fake Sith.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think they just like I genuinely don't understand what the decision was there.
I thought I had a feeling he was like maybe used to be a Jedi, became a Sith, and then like
No,
they changed him back. He was like, I'm sorry for like years I've been lost as a Jedi, or I'd like been lost as a Sith, but now I'm fixed.
It like did not come off like that. Like
I was imagining that, but like
I literally think he was a Jedi, and he showed up, and there were so many Sith there. These like I don't know, they somehow like
I like to
rubbed
imagine
off on him.
I like to imagine that he like everyone turns their lightsabers on at the same time, and his is blue for a moment, and he's like, and then it turns red. He's like, oh, never mind.
No, but the world building in this episode was really cool because it started out and they're like, okay, we don't know how to make lightsabers anymore. The Jedi are scattered throughout. The Sith are around and they don't want them to come back. Yeah. And then you have the lightsaber smith, and then what Harry's talking about with the crystals, which was all super cool.
Yeah.
And
one thing I did love though, like I caught, it's just like a small detail, was when the dude picked up the lightsaber for the first time, like the Qui-Gon Jinn looking guy picked up the lightsaber. My first thought was like, why is everyone like, I would feel like everyone's kind of like would want to go at the lightsaber and be like, ooh, I want to see it, let me see it, it's a lightsaber, no one's seen one in like they've been extinct for however long.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, why is this guy so willingly giving it to like this kid? Like, why is this child so willingly? And he turns it on and it's blue. But if like I was thinking that, well, I guess if any of the other guys decided to turn it on, it'd be red, and everyone would immediately know in the group, like, oh, I'm a Sith.
Yeah, it seemed like they all knew each other, and they like didn't know him, so it seems like they were.
Yeah.
Except the bear guy.
Except the bear, he was like just sweating.
He was just going along with it. He's a very impressionable guy.
And so we got the lightsaber smith, and we got Kara, and that whole like epic speeder chase. That was really cool. And then the grumpy old droid that was drinking his like oil or whatever.
Good shot.
I'm on my break.
Yeah.
I like to think he's been on his break for the past 10 years.
And they have the epic fight with everyone, and you got the reveal that Jaru, the like Jedi Master, was like hiding in the droid and stuff.
Yeah, I also love the main character. I'm sorry, it's not really the main character because the girl's more the main character.
Yeah, she's the main.
But the guy in the blue tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his whole like technical like presence, and he's like very like, may I see the blade? Thank you. He's just very straightforward. I like him. He knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
And then I also like how Mike's like, hey Corey, you get it? She's the ninth Jedi. Do you get it, Corey?
Corey, do you get it?
The fucking blacksmith shop blows up, and I like look at Mike like, oh shit, that's cool. And he goes, he's the 8th Jedi. And I'm like, don't tell me that.
He's the 8th Jedi.
Like, why do you? And I guess to Mike's I don't know the language I'm trying to describe here.
What?
To give it to Mike, whatever.
In his
Mike,
defense, is that what you're trying to say?
Thank you. Yes, that's what I was grabbing for anything. In his defense, he thought the eye contact I made with him was me questioning what just happened, like how because the way that blows up is he uses the Force to push a bomb away. So Mike thought I was confused about if he used the Force or not.
Well, Corey, we were confused because you were talking a lot during this epic episode, so we weren't sure if you were paying attention.
I was talking because I was telling you guys to stop talking.
Corey, next time we watch a movie together, I'm gonna be like, "Do you get it? That's Luke Skywalker." Corey, do you get it?
No, but this was a solid one. Like, I think out of all of them, thanks, Corey.
I'm sorry.
I feel like this one deserves like a whole series.
Yeah, I fucking love the world of this episode. Like all the lore with like the fucking lightsabers, I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
And then Mike was also saying that whoever wrote or directed it, like, even though these are not canon, intended this to be like a possible like future storyline, like way past the sequel trilogy.
I'd be super into that.
I want it really bad.
I mean, honestly, like after watching this, my first thought was like, well, maybe this is what the sequel trilogy should have been.
Yep.
Like, Kara
Yep.
should have been Rey. Like, maybe this is what they should have done.
Too little, too late.
The girl on the show, I also called out her voice actress. I was like, this sounds like the horse from Centaur World. And I was like, it's right. It is.
You did it.
Yay. And I was like, that's funny. She is such a unique. I love Kimiko Glenn though. She has such a good sounding voice. I want her to voice act more things.
I want her to voice act you.
Could you imagine a Broadway soprano?
Yes. I don't even know what that means, but yes.
Is a woman with a high voice who sings on Broadway.
I think they should do that for the Corey animated series.
Absolutely.
She's also got like a southern twang a little bit. So.
Yeah, so that's the Ninth Jedi. Did you get it, Corey?
Yeah, I got it.
Did you become it yet?
I knew this was gonna happen again. I knew that was gonna come up. God damn it! I don't know how, but tangentially, I knew the play. I don't know how that works, but I just knew it was gonna happen.
I don't know. It just felt right.
Yeah, it did. But anyways, can we skip 2B1?
I fucking hated that one. I fucked that. I said that my least favorite one. We'll get to it. This is it. I fucking hated this episode.
This is a bit much. This all happened to like a lot of this stuff had no good and like not good pacing.
Yeah, I did not like fucking Toby. I thought he was fucking annoying. I thought this whole episode was annoying. I thought the Sith at the end was cool looking. I think the rest of the episode sucked. I did not like that episode.
That if you imagine you're working your way through the Empire, right? You're a Sith who owns a fleet and has big shit, and you get killed by a 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old who has never touched a fucking
and has the Force.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I did not like this episode.
What was it?
The cave like drawings of like the X-Wing stuff. We did like the.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Some of the art design is really cool. Like, I like the look of it to a degree. I thought it was like very like different.
Yeah, because it was fucking Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Like it was literally just like they cribbed like all the designs straight from that. Like that's what this was. It was more of a tribute to Astro Boy than Star Wars.
And I also...
we'll do your Star Wars thing, but we like Astro Boy more.
But then like the Professor Jedi Master or whatever, like he has no arms.
I thought that was fun.
And yeah, that was cool.
It's probably not fun having no arms.
Probably not fun for him.
No.
Corey was into it. Corey's into no arms though.
Oh God.
But then Mike, when he uses the Force, then Mike's like, "See, Corey, he doesn't need his arms."
Yeah, Mike's like, "Get it, Corey?"
Get it? Yeah, I get it. Well, he removes his arms so that he becomes better at using the Force, and now he has to do everything.
Yeah, I've said all I have to say about this episode.
Yeah.
Like when the Jedi Professor, like, he puts Toby away, and then he like dies. It's like all happens very fast.
Oh yeah, he puts Toby to a wall, bricks it up. Toby comes out. He's like, everyone's dead, and he sees his grave. He's like, oh.
I fucking love that the Sith who killed his dad like took the time to also like bury him and like make that grave for him.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, very very different than Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen.
He also like left and then came right fucking back so he could kill the kid. Like.
Yeah.
But it's okay. All right.
Oh, and then also one more thing. He's looking for the Kyber crystal, and then he immediately goes, the basement.
It's the basement. It's in the basement. And he calls all Sith Lords to his location at once.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Elder. I like this one a lot.
Visually, I was really off put by this one because I saw Studio Trigger and I was like, "Oh, cool," and then it just looked.
Yeah, that's because
a little bit like Neo Yokio.
That's because the first one was directed by Imaishi.
Yeah.
So it like had like the look of all his shit. This one was directed by the president of Trigger, which I need to look up. I forget what his name was. Masahiko Otsuka. Who he did like Fooly Cooly and shit. So that's why it looks more like that. Like the character design wise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also his last creative work. He said it's the last thing he's gonna make, which is pretty cool.
Wow. Damn.
But I really liked this one. I thought that the creepy little old man was great.
Yes.
I liked that like whole fight. I don't know. There was like not much story, but I just really liked the fucking fight.
It was pretty neat.
Well, it was kind of like a cool, like, I don't know, self-contained story where they're like, oh, we feel darkness. We're going to go investigate. Oh, he probably feels us too. We're going to split up, and then they run into the creepy old man. Yep.
And I like the kind of like theme of like the circle of life. Where like, yeah, like I only won because he's like an old man. Like, and like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be an old man someday. Someone's going to kill me too. Like, oh, damn, all right.
Yeah, it's just the way of the world, I guess.
The Elder's definitely a character I want to know more about because he's like,
Yeah.
like
He's not a Sith.
But maybe he was a Sith. And he's like, yeah, the Sith killed each other, so I'm just out doing my own thing. And he's just like running around.
So this whole episode, my thought was with the old man, the whole what is it like? There's a quote I'm trying to muster up, but it's like the idea of like you don't get this old in this kind of job without being good or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm this old for a reason, kind of thing.
Because he knew what he was fucking doing.
Well, and then Corey, I think you called him like evil Uncle Iroh.
Oh yeah, they're like when they were voice casting it, they're like, we're looking for an Uncle Iroh type, because he had the whole like just the canter of like older Asian, older Chinese sounding.
And then I like how the Padawan, like his name was like just Dan.
Dan.
And so his master's like, Dan, don't go there.
David Harbour just like, I did like David Harbour a lot in this episode.
Yeah,
he sounded really good as a Jedi.
Yeah, I like that character a lot. He like felt very Jedi, like traditional Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, like very like fucking space Jesus kind of like.
Yeah.
A little bit. I really liked how he approached his. I don't think the kid's is the kid a Padawan?
Yeah, he is.
Because he has the braid.
Yeah.
But yeah, he approached his Padawan and he's like, you've broken through the child, like you've broken through the kid's armor and like you've been able to like communicate with them. I was like, yeah, it's because Dave Harbour can't wink. It just looks like he's blinking. He's got this massive.
He's got the fucking hair, the anime hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only see one eye. And like, yeah, the Padawan just like winks at the kids.
I did like that. I thought that was cute. He was winking at the kids.
And then his master was like, you should hire like a guide to take you through the mountains. And then it's just the freaking kids.
I thought that was so funny. Yeah, like there's dangerous beasts up in the mountain. Be careful, you'll need a guide. And then like hard cut to 3 kids showing him through the forest.
I liked I feel like the build up to meeting the Sith was really good too. Like obviously I feel like the viewer already knows that it's a fucking Sith. But like the build up of like, oh, like I feel something strong out there. This is a Sith ship, and then like the creature is dead, and it's like, oh no, like just kind of the moment where they all realize like this isn't good, and then he just shows up and he fucking like murders the kid, except he doesn't die because no one dies.
And I like his lightsabers.
Yeah.
I really thought he cut the kid in half.
Yeah, like I thought the kid was gonna be. I thought that like after that I was like he was dead.
I thought they were gonna do the whole like him falling over and like the meat slap.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for that.
It's my funny bone.
Classic Corey. He's such a funny guy. Hits the funny bone.
But yeah, he like I thought that there was gonna be a meat slide when he fell over, but he was fine. He just had his tummy cut a little bit.
You got a little tummy cut.
Little tummy cut. Little tummy tuck.
But anyway, you guys want to go on to the next one?
Yeah.
Lop and Ocho. This one was my favorite episode. Cause that fight at the end, they went so fucking hard with it.
They did.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I really like that.
Yeah. I also like the theme of adoption. I thought that was very important. I thought that was really good.
Just
Yeah,
like the Rise of Skywalker or whatever.
Yeah. Shut up.
My name is Lop Skywalker.
Don't ruin
Right,
this.
But yeah, no, I really like this episode.
I did though think it was funny at the beginning. They're like, "Oh, you're a bunny girl. Hello." And then they're like, "We're gonna bring you to our house, and you're gonna have food, and we're gonna feed you." And they're like, "Why are you so nervous?" And I'm like, "I feel like I would be pretty nervous too if people on the street were like, yeah, we're about to just like break you out of prison and like feed you," and then it's like, am I going from one form of slavery to another? Like, what's happening here?
That'd be pretty fucked up. Imagine they did an episode like that. Like, that's just like really fucked up.
But yeah, it turns out everything was fine and they were genuine about it.
Everything was fine and it was happy. Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. Yeah.
Until dad and daughter got into a big fight.
Yeah. No, I like
Rip
this
Dad.
one, like how they handled the Empire and stuff, and
Yeah,
the different
decide.
viewpoints. But yeah, the biological daughter,
Yeah,
went
she's
pretty
evil.
hardcore.
That fight was fucking cool. I like how they they both just like knew how to use fucking lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's like fucking every episode of this show. It's like
I thought it was
random person gets a lightsaber and they just know how to use it. Like,
I thought it was funny. It was like, she's like, oh, she knows how to use a lightsaber, and then she like force pulls the lightsaber.
yeah,
to her,
she
and I'm
also
like,
knows how to
okay.
use the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not just Force sensitive. She's also got Vegeta's visor. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and then I think it was Mike's girlfriend pointed out. I didn't notice it. That it's the like buttons for it on the side. It's like a
It's a
carrot.
carrot. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that.
I didn't notice that the first time.
It's because she's a rabbit.
She's a rabbit. You get it?
Get it? Get
Yeah.
Corey, you get it? Corey, you get it?
I did it to Connor first, so I felt like I won. I felt like I beat you guys to the punch on that one.
Fuck.
So
No, but I like the struggle with the family, and then I like the kind of like history where he's like, yeah, you're adopted, but you're still my daughter, and there was a Jedi here, and he gave us his lightsaber before he like passed.
Yeah, I like that like they weren't a line of Jedi. It's just like they had met a Jedi once, like generations back. And that kind of like I like that kind of like it touches on the Star Wars shit without being fully Star Wars, even though like it did eventually become fully Star Wars because she just becomes a Jedi. But like I like that like kind of like idea of like exploring just like the common folk of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and I like the lightsaber design.
Yeah, it was cool looking.
That had the writing on it and stuff like that. That was cool. I like her umbrella when she's like floating on the umbrella.
oh, that was funny. We
That
get
was
2 umbrellas this whole series.
And I like her design. I thought the bunny girl design
Looking
was
hella
good.
cute.
Yeah, she was cool. I like she had like a weird like fur necklace or like a scarf
Yeah.
like made of fur. That guy was kind of weird looking to me.
Yeah,
I
that
completely
that
forgot.
was a little.
I'll admit it. By La Pinocho, I was a couple beers in.
Wow. Corey, were you even paying attention? Corey, did you get it?
Yeah. Stop. Stop. Listen, I pay attention, but it's through the lens of being fogged up by a couple beers.
This is so fucked up. I can't believe you didn't watch the best episode.
I did. I got it all. Wait, ask me anything about the episode. I'll tell you.
What did Lop's fucking necklace thing look like?
Look like a first.
Damn, he did watch. He was paying attention. He got it.
He got it. Yeah, this was a solid episode.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah. I also like the color in the episode too.
Yeah.
It felt very like there's so I really love. I mean, if you want to talk about like Gurren Lagann or like Studio Trigger stuff, I love stuff that's like super colorful, but
Had like a
La
very
Pinocho
muted.
specifically had very muted, very grainy.
Like
And
kind
if
of
you
like
notice when you're watching the whole episode has this like slight jitter to it, like it's actually a film reel being projected through. It's just like, you know, if you've ever seen an old film, it's got this kind of like shake to it a little bit in every frame.
Yeah.
They purposely do that in La Pinocho to give this kind of like older feel to it.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
dug that one.
The muted, like, they're not, I don't know what to call them, not pastels, but like I guess they're pastels, something like that. I like the color.
Yeah, they were like kind of more muted earth tone kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like I liked it. Did look kind of different from the rest of the episodes in the show.
Yeah.
Very good. But yeah, I guess want to go on to the final episode. Akakiri. From Science Saru. Science Saru is the same studio that did Toby, This was their much better outing.
Yeah. I liked the character design in this one. It looked much nicer.
Yeah, I really like the look of the characters. I like how this one stood out as being very unique, like visually,
Yeah.
compared to like the rest of them.
It felt different, and I liked it. Each character had like a defining kind of like thing about them.
Mm.
I like the old men, couple old dudes.
Yeah, I like those guys.
The bug-eyed guy.
I like those guys a lot. And I like the Jedi. I like his hat that he had in the beginning.
It's a very Lupin hat. Lupin the Third.
I really like this episode, but I was really confused during the part where his like girlfriend dies. Why was she dressed up as one of the henchmen? Why was she attacking him? Like, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, why did that happen? Like, I don't get that at all.
Like, the only thing I can think of is that the Sith was like, hey, let's put his girlfriend in the armor, and then maybe something will happen. I can get him. But why would she attack him, though?
Yeah, like, I did not understand that part at all.
I was thinking maybe his girlfriend was actually evil, but
she wasn't.
Yeah.
So I'm really sure on that one either.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like, it kind of like the story kind of fell apart for me at that point. But otherwise, I thought it was a really good episode.
I like the way it ends too. It's like
it ended just like fucking the
not...
least hopeful fucking episode. Like,
yeah, I like how it's like you get the kind of Eastern style, like they're not bongos. I can't remember.
Oh, like the music.
Yep. And then the shit flies off and you go.
Well, that's like the thing about like this is they could have put these episodes like in any order they wanted, and they chose that one to be the last one with that ending.
I thought it was cool. I did like it. I like the stuff that's not like, I love a nice wrapped up ending, like a good just like, oh, everyone's fine and they have a good future. But shit that's open ended and like kind of dark is cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just thought it was like it stood out amongst the other ones, like for that reason.
Yeah, the other ones felt. I think every other episode. Maybe that's why it's the end, because I think it's the only one that ends kind of like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Lop and Ocho had like a I'm about to be a Jedi thing,
and like
they defeated the Elder. Toby's whatever he's.
Toby's fucking Toby.
Yeah, the Ninth Jedi. They're like, the Rock and the asteroid's a lightsaber. Village Bride felt good. The Twins felt good. Tatooine Rhapsody, they get Jabba's their sponsor. And in the duel, he beats the Sith, and
yeah, he just
got a
continues
crystal.
wandering on.
It's like the only one that like Akakiri is like the only one that like feels doom, a sense of doom.
But I like that. I like that some of these like really were more interested in the Sith than like the Jedi. It felt like, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's always fun when Star Wars like kind of explores that a little more.
Because the Sith are pretty neat.
They're pretty.
But I do like
cool.
how, at any chance, any of the animation studios got a chance to use Force Lightning, they did.
Oh yeah, they can all use Force Lightning.
Oh, and they did like there was like one or two instances where someone like stops a laser.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
like,
I was
fucking...
like, I remember saying like Kylo does it once.
Yep.
And now
everyone. That's I had that thought like as soon as he did that in like the first time they did that. I don't remember which episode it was. I think it was fucking the Twins. He stopped like the thing. But I just like I saw that and I was like, Star Wars power creep. Like this is where we're at. Like, and Jedi are just fucking superheroes now.
Yeah, well, I think the duel is going to be a good example of what we might see in the future, because he stops a lightsaber just here.
Did he do that in the duel too?
In the duel,
oh yeah, he did in the very first one.
Yeah, because there's like an old kind of like overused technique of stopping a blade with your hand. So he does it, but with the Force. But
I thought that was cool.
That was super neat, and I feel like we might see that again. And I wouldn't be upset if I did see that again.
But it definitely, you could definitely feel that in these.
Yeah.
Just the.
I wonder when we get the Dragon Ball Z levels of.
I mean, we're getting there. That's the Twins was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't like the Force slippery, something like that? It's like difficult. It's not like easy to hold something, right? That's why they push things and pull things. It's not easy to like lift stuff? I remember reading or hearing somewhere there's like a reason why it's hard to be a Jedi is because the Force isn't as like simple as grabbing something. It's like not easy to manipulate.
Like you can't do like fine manipulations with it.
Yeah,
but we're creeping.
Coming up on 2 p.m.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're all good, everybody. Well, I'd say that like, are we all good? Any questions? Any last minute cool things?
I hope they do a season 2 and they do more shorts. But I hope they don't do anything like Toby.
Well, I mean, hopefully they do a season 2. I'm just hoping that Lucasfilm in general like looks at how successful this has been because it's getting a lot of buzz and be like, hey, look at what happens when we create actually good characters and interesting.
Look what happens when we create good Star Wars content.
And when we actually change the world up instead of doing the same shit over and over again and change up the rules, like kyber crystals that change based on how you are tuned to the Force, like do something different. Yeah. So do more of this.
Yeah. I want more of the couple from the Village Bride, and I want more of the dude in the blue tunic from the Ninth Jedi.
Classic Corey.
Straightforward. It's very easy to find. Like if you see something, it's very easy to be like Corey would like that.
Yeah, you know, Corey has like a media type, like
a very pointed specific type. Yeah.
But yeah, good shit, man. Star Wars anime.
Connor, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining us and talking Star Wars. Connor's our local Star Wars specialist.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
He's our Star Wars guy.
You read how many books of like canonical books have you read? Because there's like other stories outside of the movies, right?
Yeah, Corey. There's lots of stories. There's lots of comics and books, and I've read a lot of them. So too many to count.
Connor's actually hosted his own like Star Wars panel at a convention in Rochester?
Yeah.
So yeah, he knows his stuff.
Pretty badass.
He's pretty cool. He knows a lot about that. Also Aquaman, but that's not.
That's for another episode someday.
another day.
Yeah. But thank you so much, Connor, for coming on, and thank you everybody for watching. Go check out Star Wars Visions. It's really cool. You know which episode to skip.
Yeah, don't watch Toby. It's not worth it. It's like 15 minutes of your life you'll want back.
And watch Tatooine Rhapsody in Japanese. The song's much better.
Or watch it in English.
If you like,
because it's funnier.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You get to hear Joseph Gordon-Levitt sing.
Try and fail to sing.
You get to hear him sing. You get to hear Bobby Moynihan voice fucking Jabba the Hutt's son or whatever. Do you really want to miss out on that? He sounds like fucking King Kai from Dragon Ball.
He did. Very gruffy there, slightly.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What are you here for?
Use the Force, Luke.
What are you guys doing here? I'm about to be executed. Yeah, we got a band gig.
It's me. It's me, Gibby the Hutt.
Gibby the Hutt. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week when we do our 3x3s.
Yeah, we're finally getting to it. Actually, I don't think we talked about that on last stream, but
we're
getting to it.
We're gonna talk about our 9 favorite things ever.
Yep.
That's it.
And one of mine is gonna be Gibby the Hutt. See you later, guys.